Hey guys, welcome to today's tutorial on Excel VBA macros. So VBA stands for Visual Basic for Applications, and Visual Basic is a programming language in itself, but Excel has a plugin of VBA which you can use to automate any complex scripts or operations that you want to do repeatedly like a program. So for that we use VBA macros or Excel macros or Excel VBAs, right? So first of all, in order to enable the Visual Basic and the macros, what you have to do is you have to bring in this developer tab. By default, most of you who have not set this option will not see this developer tab up here in the ribbon, right? So for that, go to Files and then click Options, and then on the Customize ribbon, you need to make sure that the developer checkbox is ticked, right? That is checked, and then click OK. So for now, what we will do is we will insert a button, let's say. So I'll go to developer tab, I'll go to insert, and then I'll insert a button, right? And then I will call it button. I will just say update and okay. And then what happens is we'll right click this and then we will assign macro and then that's new, right? So update n is it opened the VBA interface where you can write the code for the button click, right? So it starts with sub, update n, and n sub, right? So that's the typical format. So first of all, how do we declare variables in Visual Basic? So you have to write dim ws as worksheet, dim update call as column, as range cell, and then dim cell as range. So let me give you a brief overview of what we are trying to do, right? So when on the button click, what we want to do is, so let's say this is an address update column, okay? So basically what we are trying to do is wherever it is y, we want to update it to n, and wherever it's n, we want to update it to y when we click on this button, right? So that's why we written worksheet, cell, and update column. So first of all, let me set the worksheet that we are going to work, right? So I'll set ws equals to this workbook dot sheets, and in brackets you have to write sheet 1, right? That because that's the sheet we are in. We are in sheet 1. You can give a custom name if you want, but that's sheet 1 for now. So, and our update call, right? Update call, you have to write set keyword, set update call equal to ws dot range, and then you have to specify the range, right? So for us, the range is basically from D2 to D8, right? D2 to D8. So I'll just say that D2 to D8, okay? And then I have to run a loop and update all of these cells according to our needs. So I will write for each cell, okay, cell also I have to for each cell in update call, and then you end a for statement with next. Inside for statement you have to write if cell dot value equal to n, then cell dot value equal to y, right? And then else cell dot value equal to n, right? So and then you have to end the if clause by writing end Yes. Okay. So now we'll test out the code by clicking on this button to reopen. Okay, I have to save this first. So what I will do is save this as a macro embedded. Yes. Because of story, you need to reopen, close, and choose to enable macros. Okay, I have to enable macros, macro security, macro settings, trust VBA, absolutely, enable VBA macros. Okay, so now, okay, I'll close this. Okay, I'll save this. Maybe in a folder, in the downloads folder, and call it macro book, and then I'll close this, and then I'll go to downloads and then macro book, right? And then if I click this button, it works as expected. So it's swapping all the values from y to n and n to y, right? So that was our code, right? So I hope this gave you a brief overview of how to write macro and the syntax that we use for Visual Basic, and also to how what kind of things you can achieve using macros. So there's a lot to explore on the syntax side of it. So I encourage you to and do a lot of it, but it's basically easy than other programming languages because you have this workbook defined, you have sheets defined, and it auto suggests whatever you are trying to define, right? So it's a bit easier than other programming languages, I would say. But yeah, so if you want to learn it by itself, you can Google the syntax for this, or you can use the autofill options. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so, and thanks again.